Conservative media viewers and MMA fans all around the world, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion and the super genius, joined by Paul at Villarreal. And wow, Paul, this was crazy. UFC 207, Ronda Rousey just got destroyed by Nunes. And Nunes just, you want to talk about the destruction of a hype train. You want to talk about the destruction of this image build-up and everything like that. First of all, I want to say, all our personal opinion only, and I'll let you facts and cast this version all for entertainment purpose only. Please take disclaimers. I want to say this right now. I'm not trying to be a punk, but I've said this for a long time now. I've said it before. Here's the thing. I have total respect for Ronda Rousey. She was a great, Olympian and everything like that. Glad she represented the country. She's phenomenal at judo. She was a great pioneer for women's MMA in the UFC and everything like that. But I've always said she's basically a one-trick pony. To me, she doesn't have a big big array of MMA skill sets. And the hype got so ahead of this woman's skill sets. In my opinion, it was crazy. We had stuff, Ronda Rousey could beat up guys. I think there was even a commercial and stuff with some aspects of that and stuff, in my opinion. It just got ridiculous. Dude, even at my, age and everything like that, and being so far out of shape, I said it before, you put the money on the line, I'd beat Ronda Rousey right now. I absolutely 100% believe that. Why? And I'm not, why? Because I know things. I've got MMA skills. I'm still strong as heck, even though I'm nowhere near as strong as I was. And I'm bigger and weight class and everything like that. Ronda Rousey had a lot of her success because she just was bigger and could out-muscle people. She was kind of I don't want to say one-trick pony, but she had one really good trick. And because of her size, I'll tell you this. She's really good at taking people down, and she's so quick in implementing that armbar. But if you can resist that, and if you're able to have the same kind of physicality or better than Ronda in terms of height, stature, reach, that kind of stuff, Ronda kind of is out of options, as we've seen with Holmes, as we've seen with Nunes. And she sure as heck can't strike. All these things and try to speed up look at Ronda hitting. She could never strike, in my opinion. And this is the end result. And again, I'm not trying to say that she's totally whatever. What I'm trying to say is that now the UFC, Ronda came along at the right time when there really was sort of somewhat limited competition. And now you know why Ronda, in my opinion, why they never put her in there with the Cyborg and stuff like that. Cyborg, Ronda has no chance against Cyborg. Anyone has a chance, but for lack of a better word, no chance. I think Cyborg would definitely beat Ronda Rousey. And, I don't know if Rousey's heart's not in it. I don't know, whatever. But I definitely feel that Ronda got exposed. And, she just got torn up, Paul. If they were trying to if this was a welcoming party back for Ronda and trying to get the hype train going again, this whole hype train just got blown up.
It's over. It's all over.
Over.
I said it was over before because of the way that she lost, but now it's completely over. Look, if you already said it, I'll just reaffirm it, which is if you put in somebody Ronda's own size, or even a little bit bigger, but really the own size, she's fought people smaller than her entire UFC career until Holly Holm. You put in somebody with who's her own size, who can strike, she can't deal with it. She's gotten so much flack for training with Edmund Tarvasian. She has not improved in that regard. And Nunes, we knew what Nunes could do because of what she did to Tate, and that's exactly what happened in this fight. It was bang, 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 and that's it. And the hype train is gone.
It's gone, dude. It's gone. And that's the thing. And you're not going to be able to get away with just one thing. And that's it right there. And the scowls and the mean mugs and the this and that. It's just silly, dude. Go back to making movies or something like that. It's just why do you think Tate retired? You know what I mean? It's maybe that had nothing to do with this, whatever. But it's just I think there's a realization that there's this new crop with Nunes. I'm gonna forget how to say her name. What's it? Jake? How you say her name again?
Yeah. Juristic. I don't know exactly how you
You're on Jake Chick. You're on Jake Chick. I apologize because she's a great fighter, and I'm just. It's not even that. You know, I don't remember. It's late and tired and stuff like that. But you know, there's this new wave of fighters that's more complete, and I think that there was. It reminds me of the early UFC days. You know, with the guys. And not disrespecting anyone, but you know, that early wave, whether you know of dudes that came in, they were kind of like that's how it was built originally. You know, this fighting style versus this fighting style, and it's evolved and the people that only had that one or two fighting styles, whether it's wrestling or boxing, whatever, you know, over time they got exposed, and now you know you have a whole different caliber of MMA fighter. You know, on the male side, and I think we're seeing a much quicker evolution on the female side, and I think that's what you're seeing here. You know, with Nunes and Jake Chick and these other women MMA fighters that are coming up. So I'm not, you know, my main criticism is this: I'm not slamming on Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey's a great athlete, and she represented herself, and she did great for the UFC for a while. My criticism is that the hype of, she could beat guys and you know and best, you know, one of the best ever and all time and yeah.
I'm glad you said that, because that was the real thing. Was you had Joe Rogan saying this is the best athlete in human history or best fighter. I mean, what are you talking about?
Yeah, just crazy stuff. I can't remember like if they did like, you know, all these cross promos and stuff, and she's doing movies and stuff. It just was nuts, dude. It just was nuts. I mean, and that's what I'm talking about. It's like you start talking that, and my my problem with that, with the hype, was just insane. You know, and then the mean mugging and all that type of stuff, and to me it disrespects the other great MMA artists out there that, you know, on the roster, heck, even on the card, that should be getting some of that hype, some of that shine and stuff like that. And I mean, you know, it's great to hype, you know what I mean? I did a video on that, and I think some people may have seen that, maybe taken some of my cues, and you know, I'm not going to name names here, but just go back and look at the timeline and everything like that. You can make your own opinions and judgments on that when I did that. But that's great. I like that. I want to see the sport do good. I like people taking good ideas, stuff like that. I'm all about the hype, but I'm also all about the results. I mean, you can have the sizzle, you got to have the steak. And that's the one thing I'll give Conor McGregor. I don't always agree with some of the things he does, this and that, whatever, but I know what he's doing. I get it from a business perspective. But here's the thing for Conor: at least he knocks people out. At least he wins. At least he's out there doing stuff. At least he's willing to face.
Let me just say this: and when he loses, he takes an immediate rematch at the same weight against the same guy. He doesn't try to go around
right.
Steal the belt, not against a different person. Come on.
Right, exactly. At least he's taking risks. He's doing stuff, and he's daring to be great. So I give him props for that. That's why people like him. That's what's going on. Ronda Rousey, I don't know what happens here, Paul. I don't know if she decides to, you know, go back and fight some more, or if she retires. I don't know what's going to happen next with Ronda. But I want to hear from you guys out there. There's so much to talk about this. You tell me what's up. What happens next with Ronda Rousey? How awesome is Nunes? You know, was Ronda exposed? What about the hype train? What happens next? You tell me. There's so much to talk about. This was a devastating loss. Any last words, Paul, for Ronda Rousey?
Look, good wrong. I think she got everything out of it that she possibly could get out of it. What you said is right. We're in a new era now with more multi-talented, multifaceted opponents. Good luck to her. She had a good run. She was a pioneer, and that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and no one's got to cry for Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey made tons of money. She's got a Hollywood career and stuff like that. I mean, I'd trade places with Ronda Rousey right now in terms of, you know, financially and all like that. So it's all good, dude. It's all cool. You know, you get in the octagon, anything can happen, and that's what we saw tonight. Championship fight. We saw you know, this kind of result. What do you think about that? Give me the comments below. Please subscribe. Please rate this video up. Also, please post it on your social networking sites. Thanks so much for watching. I'm John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion of the Super Genius. That is Paul F. Villarreal. You're watching Conservative Media. We'll see you next time.